Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'll guide you through creating an embedded request link using the BoldSign Node.js SDK. If you're new to working with BoldSign's Node.js SDK, check out our previous videos. Links are in the description below. Make sure you have Node.js version 12 or higher installed. Once that's confirmed, you can install the BoldSign Node.js SDK by running the command npm install BoldSign in your terminal. Since I have already installed it, I'll confirm by running npm list BoldSign. As you can see, the package has been installed and is ready to go. To create an embedded request, I navigate to the BoldSign developer documentation on creating an embedded request link, locate the Node.js code snippet, copy it, and paste it in a new JavaScript file. Next, I update the code. In the API client, I set the API key to connect with BoldSign services. If you haven't generated your API key yet, you can do so by logging into the BoldSign web app. Navigate to the API menu, select the API keys, and generate a new key. I then adjust the position of the signature field. Next, I define the signer details using the document signer object. Here, I provide the signer's name and email address, set the signer type to signer, and associate the signature field just created with this signer. If the document requires multiple signers, you can similarly define each. Next, I add the document I need to send for signature by setting its file path. After setting up the signer, I move on to creating the embedded document request. This is the main request object used to create the embedded send request link. I then set the document title and set the show toolbar property to true to display the toolbar in the embedded interface. This enables the sender to edit form fields, add signers, and adjust field placements. It provides navigation tools for making final changes to the document before sending it for signature. Next, let me share some additional properties for customizing the request URL. The Send View option configures the initial page to be loaded from the generated URL. You can set this to either the filling page or prepare page. The filling page is used to configure document properties such as setting signer details and uploading files, while the prepare page is used to configure form fields for the signers. I set the Send View option to prepare page, as I already have the document ready and want the sender to review it before sending it for signature. To further enhance the sender's experience, BoldSign provides several toolbar customization options. By default, most toolbar actions are enabled, but you can disable any of them by setting the corresponding property to false. In this video, I'll hide the navigation button by setting Show Navigation button to false. Since the Send View option is set to prepare page and the document is already predefined, users only need to configure form fields on the prepare page, preventing unnecessary navigation back and forth during document creation. I then disable tooltips by setting Show Tooltip to false. Once all configurations are in place, I call Create Embedded Request URL and pass in our request object. The response includes a request URL link, which is used to embed the sending experience directly inside our application. The document created using the embedded request will remain in the draft state until the user completes it and sends it out for signature. I copy the generated embedded request URL and paste it into the browser. As the Send View option is set to Prepare Page, the document immediately opens in the Prepare Page view. This page allows the sender to configure fields and review the document before sending it for signature. You'll notice that the navigation button is hidden since I disabled it in our code. Next, I'll show you how to embed this link within an iframe so that the prepare page loads directly inside your application. You can open this link in an iframe, a pop-up, or a new tab. For this demo, I'll use an iframe. I navigate to the developer documentation and copy the code snippet for embedding the URL in an iframe. I paste this into my HTML file, set the request URL to the source attribute, and adjust its height. I then run the sample. When I open this HTML file in the browser, the prepare page is rendered inside the iframe. This means the document configuration interface is now fully embedded within the application. Now, to customize the toolbar using client-side triggers, I return to the JavaScript file, where I change the Show Toolbar property to false to hide the default toolbar completely. However, I enable specific toolbar actions, send, save, and preview, by setting them to true in the request object. I then rerun the JavaScript file to generate the embedded request URL with these updated toolbar configurations. Next, I update the iframe source in the HTML file. To bring back key actions in a more customized way, I copy the code for creating custom toolbar buttons from the developer documentation and paste it into the HTML file. I also add the corresponding scripts for button actions like save, preview, and send. These will interact with the iframe to control the embedded request flow. Then I add the client-side event handlers below the script tag, especially the onCreateSuccess event, which confirms that the document was successfully sent for signing. I add an alert that displays a success message when this event is triggered. I run the sample and open the link in the browser. The custom toolbar buttons are now rendered. I can preview the document and exit the preview by clicking here. I save changes by clicking the Save button. Lastly, I send the document for signing. The document has now been successfully sent for signature, and the onCreateSuccess event is triggered, displaying an alert message. That's how you create and customize the embedded request link in your application using the BoldSign Node.js SDK. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to our channel for more BoldSign API tutorial videos.